everyone, and welcome back to Talk Emma. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today.
And today, something completely different. Something fun, something delicious, actually.
Delicious?
We are talking about drinking today, but not just I drink water, I drink coffee.
Because in English, there are so many more specific words for drinking, depending on how you drink, how fast, how much, and even how loud.
Yes, even how loud.
And native speakers use all of these constantly in conversation, in writing, in storytelling.
And today, we are going to cover all 8. Simply, naturally, through real conversation.
And before we start, please subscribe to Talk Emma. New episode every single day. Share this with one friend who wants to expand their English vocabulary.
Okay, drink vocabulary. Let's go.
Emma, before we start, can I get you something to drink?
Oh, yes, please. Coffee, if you have it.
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you. Perfect.
Look at you sipping away so elegantly.
Sipping. That is word number 1, actually.
And I have my water here.
And that is word number 2. Did everyone hear the difference?
I sipped my coffee slowly and carefully. Jack gulped his water in one big go.
2 completely different words, 2 completely different ways of drinking.
And that is today's topic. 8 words for drinking. All specific, all natural, all used constantly by native speakers.
And most learners only know 1, drink.
But today, 8 more. All yours by the end of this episode.
Let's start. Word 1, sip.
Sip. Drinking slowly, in small amounts, in small mouthfuls, carefully, enjoying it.
For example, she sipped her tea slowly, small, careful, enjoying every drop. Or, he sipped the hot soup carefully, slowly, cautiously, not burning his mouth.
Or try saying, I like to sip my morning coffee while reading, slowly, peacefully, savoring it.
Sip. Always slow, always small, always deliberate.
And very often, sip suggests enjoyment. You are taking your time because it is good.
She sat by the window and sipped her wine. Very peaceful, very elegant image.
A sip also used as a noun.
Like, can I have a sip of your coffee? Just a small taste, a small amount. Or, she took a long, slow sip, describing the action as a noun.
Sip. The most refined, the most elegant way of drinking.
Very different from what comes next.
Word 2, gulp.
Yes, very different from sip.
Gulp, drinking quickly in large swallows, all at once or in big mouthfuls.
For example, he gulped down his water after the gym. Quickly. Thirsty. No time to sip. Or, she gulped her juice and ran out the door. Fast. No time. In a hurry.
Or something like, he gulped nervously before speaking. And this is interesting.
Gulp also used when you swallow nervously, when something makes you anxious.
Like, she gulped when she saw the question on the exam paper. A nervous swallow, anxiety.
Very expressive, very natural.
Gulp. Fast, big, often urgent or nervous.
And as a noun, he took a gulp of water, a large swallow. A big mouthful.
Very different from a sip.
Very. Now, word 3, slurp.
Oh, this one.
Yes, this one.
Slurp, drinking or eating with a loud sucking sound. The noise you make when you drink noisily.
For example, he slurped his noodle soup loudly, making that sucking noise. Very noisy. Or, please do not slurp your drink. A polite request. Stop making that noise.
Or something like, she could hear him slurping his coffee from across the room. Very loud, very noticeable.
Slurp, in many Western cultures, considered quite rude, actually.
Really? Why?
Because it is noisy. It draws attention. It is seen as impolite at a table.
But interestingly, in some Asian cultures, slurping noodles is perfectly normal, even a sign that you're enjoying the food.
Very different cultural interpretations. Very interesting.
So, slurp, very expressive, very specific, and very cultural.
And used in English very naturally to describe noisy drinking or eating.
Emma, do you slurp?
Absolutely not. I am a sipper, through and through.
Of course you are. Very elegant, always.
Always. Okay, word 4.
Word 4, savor. Or in British English, savor.
Savor. Enjoying a drink slowly, taking your time, appreciating every sip, every taste, every aroma.
Aroma, Emma.
Aroma means a pleasant smell, usually of food or drink, the wonderful scent that comes from something delicious.
The aroma of fresh coffee filled the room. The beautiful smell, wonderful and inviting.
And savor is all about that, taking your time to fully appreciate the taste and the aroma.
For example, she savored every sip of her morning coffee, taking her time, fully appreciating it. Or he sat quietly and savored his tea. No rushing, pure enjoyment.
Or something like, savor this moment. And this is interesting. Savor is not just for drinks.
Oh, it works for experiences too?
Absolutely. Savor every moment of this trip. Enjoy it fully. Do not rush. Appreciate every part.
Savor. Drinking or experiencing something with full appreciation. Taking your time. Being present.
Very beautiful word, actually.
Very, very sensory. Very mindful.
Word 5. Taste.
Now, this one people know, but maybe not in all its uses.
Taste, trying a small amount of something to check the flavor, to test it.
For example, can I taste your coffee? Just a small amount, just to try. Or, she tasted the soup to check if it needed more salt. A small amount, to check.
Or try saying something like, here, taste this. Very casual. Try a small amount.
And taste different from sip, because sip is about the action of drinking slowly. Taste is about checking or experiencing the flavor.
You might sip to enjoy, but you taste to check.
I sipped my wine slowly, enjoying it, taking my time. I tasted the wine to see if it was good, checking, testing, evaluating.
Very useful distinction. Very natural in cooking and food situations.
And as a noun, this has a very unusual taste. The flavor, what it tastes like. Emma, taste this.
What is it?
Just taste it. Tell me what you think.
Interesting. Is this mint tea?
It is. I was wondering if you could tell.
I could. It has a very distinctive taste. Very fresh.
Perfect. Taste used naturally, without even planning it.
As always. Okay, now word 6. Lap.
And this one very specific. Very interesting.
Lap when animals drink using their tongue in a lapping motion.
For example, the cat lapped up its milk, tongue going in and out in that familiar animal way. Or the dog lapped water from the bowl. Very natural description.
Lap, always animals, using their tongue to drink.
And very occasionally used humorously about people.
Like, he was so thirsty he practically lapped the water up. Exaggeration. Very funny image.
Very funny image, yes.
But in serious writing and conversation, lap is almost always about animals.
The kitten lapped its milk so delicately. Very sweet, very visual.
Very descriptive, very precise, very useful when talking about animals.
Word 7, swig.
Oh, I love this one. Very British, very casual.
Swig, taking a large, quick drink, usually directly from a bottle. Informal, casual.
For example, he took a swig of water from his bottle. Quick, large, direct from the bottle.
Or she had a quick swig of juice before leaving. Fast, informal, no glass needed.
Or something like, can I have a swig of your water? Very casual, very friendly. Swig, always casual, always informal, never at a formal dinner.
Never at a formal dinner, please.
And swig as a noun. He took a long swig from the bottle. Very natural.
Very British expression.
Like at a picnic, after sport, on a hike.
Here, have a swig. Very friendly, very casual.
And word 8, chug.
Chug, my personal favorite.
Why?
Because it is so expressive, so visual, so dramatic.
Chug, drinking a large amount quickly and continuously, not stopping, all in one go.
For example, he chugged the entire glass of water in one go, continuously, all at once, no stopping. Or she chugged her energy drink before the match, fast, large, continuous.
Or something like, don't chug your coffee, you will burn yourself, warning someone not to drink too fast.
Chug, always fast, always a lot, always continuous.
And very often associated with someone who is very thirsty or in a hurry.
He was so thirsty after the run that he chugged 3 glasses of water. So thirsty, so fast, all of it.
Very expressive, very visual. You can picture exactly what is happening.
That is what makes it such a great word. Now, let's put all 8 together so the difference between them is crystal clear.
Same drink, 8 completely different ways of drinking it.
Imagine a glass of cold water on a hot day.
Sip. She sipped the water slowly, enjoying every cool mouthful. Slow, small, appreciating.
Gulp. He gulped it down in 3 large swallows. Fast, large, urgent.
Slurp. He slurped it noisily, which made everyone look up. Noisy, messy, impolite.
Savor. She closed her eyes and savored the cold water after the long walk. Full appreciation, mindful.
Taste. He tasted it first to check if it was still fresh. Checking, small amount, evaluating.
Lap. The dog lapped the water gratefully. Animal, tongue, natural.
Swig. She grabbed the bottle and had a quick swig. Casual, quick, direct from bottle.
Chug. He chugged the entire glass without stopping. Fast, continuous, all at once.
8 words, 8 completely different images, 8 completely different situations.
And all of them from one simple concept, drinking.
That is the beauty of English vocabulary. So specific, so precise, so expressive.
Now, one complete natural conversation. All 8 words flowing naturally.
2 friends, a very warm afternoon, sitting outside together.
Emma, this heat is unbelievable. I've been sipping this water for an hour and I'm still hot.
I know, I just chugged an entire bottle when I got here. I was absolutely desperate.
I saw that. Very impressive.
Not my finest moment. What are you drinking?
Mint tea. I'm trying to savor it, but it's hard to savor anything in this heat.
Can I taste it? I've never had mint tea cold before.
Of course. Here.
That's actually really good. Very refreshing.
Right? Oh, look at Marco's dog over there, lapping water from that bowl like his life depends on it.
Poor thing. The heat is getting to everyone.
Including Marco. I just saw him take a massive swig directly from his water bottle.
Of course he did. Very Marco.
And then he slurped his iced coffee so loudly that the people at the next table looked over.
That's also very Marco.
It really is. Anyway, I gulped down my first water so fast I didn't even taste it.
I think on days like this, you just need to keep drinking. Sip, gulp, chug. Whatever works.
Whatever works, exactly. And did everyone catch all 8 words? 8 words, one hot afternoon outside.
And every single one painted a completely different picture.
That's the power of precise vocabulary. Most learners think vocabulary means learning more words.
And yes, more words is good, but the real power of vocabulary
Is precision, choosing exactly the right word for exactly the right moment.
not just, I drank my coffee.
But I sipped my coffee slowly. I savored every drop. The aroma was incredible.
Instantly, a different image, a different feeling, a different story.
If today's episode gave you 8 words you'll actually use,
Please like this video.
subscribe to Talk Emma,
Share this with one friend who wants to expand their English vocabulary.
and leave us a comment. Which word was completely new for you today? Or how do you usually drink your morning coffee? Sip? Gulp? Savor? Tell us.
We read every single comment. Everyone.
Thank you for being here. See you in the next episode. Until then,
Keep talking
keep learning.
and keep growing. Bye, everyone.